Hi there, you're watching Time Warner Cable's local edition, the Sacramento Report. I'm Jaime Garza, and joining me today is Assemblymember Jose Solorio. Good to have you as always, Jose.
Glad to be back.
We're talking today about something called enterprise zones, and I don't know if everybody understands what that is. So before we get in depth, set the stage for us. What is an enterprise zone?
Sure, enterprise zones really are about jobs and they're about people. The enterprise zone program provides two businesses tax credits for new employees they hire or they retain. For one employee, it could be up to $37,500 over a 5-year period. These individuals have to be ex-felons, people that were on welfare, single moms, you know, the kind of people that struggle getting a job that we want to incentivize in getting a new job. So that's the primary benefit, is hiring tax credit. But there's also a very important sales tax credit if these companies buy manufacturing equipment, for example. So that's a big savings as well if they could save on this, on the sales tax of that purchase.
Let's get it down to the person for a second here. The people you mentioned, the ex-felons, the single moms, things like that, these are the folks that tend to possibly have skills, but employers back away and say, well, this may cause me a problem, but money talks. I mean, that's really what we're talking about here.
No, you're absolutely right. Money does talk, and we've seen from other states that the credit needs to be pretty substantial, you know, in the $30,000 to $50,000 range for a company to take that risk and hire this type of individual. And we now have here in California a program that we've had at least since the early 90s that's been effective. You know, we've seen that last year statewide 118,000 jobs were retained or created because of this program. Just new jobs alone, there were 20,000. These enterprise zones also are in areas with high poverty, high unemployment. So these are programs creating jobs in communities where we need them.
Where do we stand at this point on this?
Well,
Everything
I think we stand at a pretty good place right now. You know, the governor earlier wanted to eliminate the enterprise zone program, but there were many Democrats like myself advocating for them, and also, you know, Republicans didn't want to eliminate these programs. Elimination would be a 2/3 vote on the floor. The governor saw there wasn't that kind of support, so he backed away from elimination. He then tried to downscale the program, but that too was a little bit harsh, so we were able to protect it for this year. I'm particularly pleased because we have an enterprise zone in Santa Ana that covers about half the city almost. And then in Anaheim, we last year got a conditional approval to start a program in Anaheim. So with this action, you know, I'm hoping now that the governor is going to let them start up their program so we could start creating more jobs in Anaheim.
There's got to be people who say, come on, we're so tight right now financially. Why are we spending this extra money for these folks? I may be unemployed and I may not fall into that category and I don't benefit and I'm a taxpayer, things like that. But I would presume that if you don't get these people a job, in the long term, the negative impact to not only them but also to their communities could be much larger, correct?
No, you're absolutely right. You know, if you look at the cost of this program versus welfare programs or keeping people in prison, you know, these ex-felons, if they go back into prison, that's $50,000 a year for just one you know, inmate that goes back. So definitely for the short term and the long term, this enterprise zone is a winner. Again, we have them in communities throughout the state. I'm just pleased that we're able to save them for this year, and we're going to continue to keep that message that this program is a program that works. It's about jobs, it's about people, it's also about being competitive. We see many other states trying to steal our businesses and our jobs. This program keeps them here.
All right, Assemblymember Jose Solorio, always a pleasure, and thank you as well at home. Have a good one.